Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We're going to get to work on this little witch's house. And I've I've got a lot of work done on it, but it's got a lot of drying to do. So I'm going to walk you through what I've done. It's not a whole lot, but it's made a big difference. The first thing I did was I took these little leftover pieces, I cut them down to size, I pieced them together, and I'm going to glue them all down. I'm also going to paint them red to make them look like they're brick, so they match the roof. And I realize that these side pieces here are actually roof, so I'm also going to paint them red and then kind of go over them with a little bit of black paint to give them some kind of stressed look kind of thing, to match the rest of the roof. I slipped up on that. The other thing I'm going to do is all these little pieces of um, board that I have left over, I'm going to take and I'm going to cut and trim some of these, and I'm going to make little headstones, big headstones, odd-shaped headstones, um, just headstones in general. For the little graveyard, that raised part in the back is going to be a little graveyard, cemetery off to the side. I'm going to put a little step up into it. I have plans, guys. I got going and I made plans. So you can see that I'm making different styles headstones here. I actually had a lot of fun making these little headstones. And uh, building this little cemetery is going to be fun to do. And anyways, I was making this cross, and I was like, gosh, I couldn't get it to look quite right, but I finally had to just trim it down skinny, because it didn't look right being really thick. And to get these to go in the foam, I'm going to have to make a good sized little slit. I'll probably use like a popsicle stick to make a good wide hole down into the foam, and then insert these and then put some glue around them, and to get them to hold down in. And I really liked how this little cross turned out, guys. Turned out so cute. Sit down with your kiddos. You don't have to do this on this big of a scale that I did. You know, make your own little spooky house. It don't have to be a witch's house, or, Frankenstein's castle. Do things like this and go get stuff at the Dollar Tree. And yeah, it turned out really cute. And here you can see a variety of the ones that I've got done. And I'm going to take those 3 pieces and make kind of like a pillar type headstone. It'll be cute. You'll see it. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this all painted. Painting on this styrofoam was not easy, because of all those little holes. And it stayed wet for a long time. So this is going to have to sit out there and dry. So once I got everything painted, that's why this is such a short video, it's going to have to set overnight. So you're going to get this late this evening, and then, tomorrow morning I'll get up and work on getting as much more done as possible. And yeah, it'll just have to be what it'll be, and hopefully tomorrow I'll get most of it done. So, there's so many other steps to this, and I lost some of my stuff I wanted to use, but I'll get as much done and we'll go from there, because I've got other plans going on. So, and I realized something's not right, and both light bulbs in my one kitchen light went out. I painted the little step red, and I decided to paint my front door red. And here I used some of my acrylic paint. It's getting old. I wanted to use it up. And just started painting this whole, the ground part, this beige color. And it didn't matter that I was using it all up. I needed to use it up or it's going to go bad. It already had started to, and I was just using it up. And just putting it on there. It didn't have to cover the whole thing. I am going to be using moss also. And I'm also going to bring in some darker paint. You'll see me doing that here in a bit. See this? I'm just blotting it on there. This is actually the Waverly Antique Wax. And oh my gosh, it blended with it so nicely. And no, I didn't put what was left in the lid back in the jar before anybody says anything. This is where I realized I suddenly didn't have as much light. What it is, my kitchen light over by my stove, both bulbs blew. No kidding. So I'm going to have maintenance come in and replace them. And it wasn't that long ago I had both bulbs put in there. So, anyways, that's all I did was just dab all this, the Waverly Antique Wax all over this. And it helped fill in any of the lighter spots. And then it just made it look more like hollows and dips in the dirt. And then I started to kind of make like a path, and then I was like, no, I want to put some stepping stones in here. So I decided not to keep working on that. And I liked the way this looked, but something about it just didn't look quite right. And the more I worked on it and the more I looked at it, I was like, I don't know. What did you guys think? So this is what I ended up doing. And it was just blending. I just took my brush, went back and forth, up and down, crossways, and just started blending the two together. And it looks so much more natural, so much better. And I did use like some glue before I started painting to try to give it some extra texture. And I really didn't need to. You won't see it when I'm done anyways. But yeah, this turned out really cute. There will be some moss put on here for grass. And there's other things I'm going to do for tips and tricks and things like that. So hopefully you guys will enjoy what I do with this from here on through. I also took some of the Waverly chalk paint and ink and went over and give this a good quick little dry brushing to kind of give that some textured look on the roof, because I forgot to paint that part earlier when I was doing the roof of the very top. And yeah, I kind of like how this turned out so far, but that's going to take a lot of time to dry on the styrofoam. Well, it's not styrofoam, it's the, well, I guess it kind of is foam. It's, you know what it is. Anyways, but yeah, so it's got a set. It should be dry by morning, and I have lots of plans. That raised part is where the cemetery is going to be. I hope you guys like where I'm going with this. And sorry about the shakiness. I wanted to show you better because my light in the kitchen went out. And I was trying to get so you could see really close up and some of the details. And it just didn't work out so good. But you could see the door better. The see the tower and the roof and everything. And anyways, guys, come back and watch for the next video on this. And I hope you've enjoyed watching these. And I'll talk to everybody down in the comments below. And thank you for hanging out with me. And I will talk to all of you guys later. Bye, guys.